the 12 strangest objects in the universe. Weirdo universe. There's no questioning the fact that the universe is weird. Just look outside and you'll see all manner of strange, self-reproducing flora and fauna crawling upon a blue bowl of semi-molten rock covered in a thin, hard shell and blanketed by a tenuous film of gases. Yet our own planet represents a tiny fraction of the peculiar phenomena that can be found lurking throughout the cosmos, and every day astronomers turn up new surprises. In this gallery, we take a look at some of the most outlandish objects in space. Mysterious radio signals. Since 2007, researchers have been receiving ultra-strong, ultra-bright radio signals lasting only a few milliseconds. These enigmatic flashes have been called fast radio bursts, FRBs, and they appear to be coming from billions of light years away. They're not aliens, it's never aliens. Recently, scientists managed to capture a repeating FRB, which flashes 6 times in a row. The second such signal ever seen and one that could help them unravel the mystery. Nuclear pasta. The strongest substance in the universe forms from the leftovers of a dead star. According to simulations, protons and neutrons in a star shrift house can be subject to insane gravitational pressure, which squeezes them into linguine-like tangles of material that will snap, but only if you apply to them 10 billion times the force needed to shatter steel. Huma has rings. The dwarf planet Huma, which orbits in the Kuiper Belt, albeit Neptune, is already unusual. It has a strange elongated shape, 2 moons, and a day that lasts only 4 hours, making it the fastest spinning large object in the solar system. But in 2017, Huma got even weirder when astronomers watched it pass in front of a star and noticed extremely thin rings orbiting up around it, likely the result of a collision sometime in the distant past. A moon with a moon. What's better than a moon? A moon orbiting a moon, which the internet has dubbed a moon, also known as submoons, moonidoes, grand moons, moonids, and moons. Moons are still only theoretical, but recent calculations suggest that there's nothing impossible about the information. Perhaps astronomers may one day discover one. Dark matter-less galaxy. Dark matter, the unknown substance comprising 85% of all matter in the universe, is strange, but researchers are at least sure about one thing: dark matter is everywhere. So team members were scratching their heads over a peculiar galaxy they spotted in March 2018 that seemed to contain hardly any dark matter. Subsequent work suggested that these celestial oddity did in fact contain dark matter, though the finding paradoxically lent credence to an alternative theory positing that dark matter doesn't exist at all. Get it together, astronomers. The most bizarre star. One astronomer, Tapetha Pojalian of Louisiana State University, and her colleagues first saw the star known as KIC 846285. There was Flopmost, nicknamed Tabby Star. The object would dip in brightness at irregular intervals and for odd lengths of time, sometimes by as much as 22%. Different theories were invoked, including the possibility of an alien megastructure. But nowadays, most researchers believe the star to be surrounded by an abnormal ring of dust that's causing the darkening. Highly electric Hyperion. The title of weirdest moon in solar system could go to many celestial objects. Jupiter's overly volcanic Io, Neptune's geyser spewing Triton, but one of the strangest looking is Saturn's Hyperion, a pumice stone look like irregular rock park-marked with numerous craters. NASA's Cassini spacecraft, which visited the Saturn system between 2004 and 2017, also found that Hyperion was charged with a particle beam of static electricity flowing out into space. A guiding neutrino. The single high-energy neutrino that struck Earth on September 22, 2017 wasn't on its own all that extraordinary. Physicists at the IceCube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica see neutrinos of similar energy levels at least once a month. But this one was special because it was the first to arrive with enough information about its origin for astronomers to point telescope in the direction it came from. They figured out that it had been flung on Earth 4 billion years ago by flaring blazar, a supermassive black hole that is at the center of the galaxy that had been consuming surrounding material. The living fossil galaxy DGSAD, the first, is an ultra-diffuse galaxy, meaning it is as big as a galaxy like the Milky Way, but its stars are spread out so thinly that it is nearly invisible. But when scientists saw the ghostly DGSAD-1 in 2016, they noticed that it was sitting all alone, while quite unlike other UDGs, which are typically found in clusters. Its characteristics suggest that the faint object formed during a very different era in the universe, back just 1 billion or so years after the Big Bang, making DGSAD-1 a living fossil. Double Quasar image. Massive objects curve-lined enough so that they can distort the image of things behind them. When researchers used the Hubble Space Telescope to spot a quasar from the early universe, they used it to estimate the universe expansion rate and found that it is expanding faster today than it was back then, a finding that disagrees with other measurements. Now physicists need to figure out if their theories are wrong or if something else strange is going on.